You are listening to 600 Second Saga. Today's feature is Petty Gremlins by Kurt Pankow. The microwave beeped as Gorblat pressed buttons with her long green fingers, resetting the clock from 3:54 a.m. to 3:51. She looked up and saw Snarl hanging the wall clock back up. "Don't do that," said Gorblat. "Keep your voice down," said Snarl. "And why ever not?" "I was thinking that we should leave that one," said Gorblat, scratching at one of her horns. Because when humans look at their phone to check it against other clocks, they're going to look at that one first. It's the hardest change and the biggest one, right? So if it's more or less correct, they're more likely to not bother fixing it. Snarl frowned with bluish lips. "The planogram says to set it back 2 minutes, so I'm going to do that." "Oh, come on," said Gorblat. "Don't they always say that we should take risks and try and find new ways?" "It also says there's to be no deviating from the planogram without approval from the lead gremlin, which is me, and I don't approve," said Snarl. "It's a good idea," said Gorblat. "Not really." "Just let me try it." "No," said Snarl. "Your actions reflect on me, you know? I don't need you putting my job in danger. Now keep your voice down or you'll wake the humans." Gorblat snorted. "I'm going to be stuck in petty annoyances forever," she muttered. "Oh, quit your belly aching." "Where's your sense of ambition?" "I have ambition to keep my job," said Snarl. He stuck a skeletal finger into his ear and pulled out a wad of wax that he smeared onto the microwave keypad. "Messing up clocks is steady work with a good union. PA may not be glamorous, but it's the bread and butter of gremlin jobs. You young folks don't seem to appreciate how good it is to have steady work. And you old codgers don't seem to remember what it's like to have dreams." "I still have dreams of being employed tomorrow," said Snarl. "Now go set the grandfather clock in the main hall ahead by 4 minutes, would you?" "It's boring," Glad. "I'm made for bigger things than clocks. Someday I'm going to take down satellites." "Bah," said Snarl. "Dumb kids with stars in your eyes." "And I can't do that if I can't impress the higher-ups." "If you want to impress the higher-ups, you've got to impress me first," said Snarl. "Now, about the grandfather—" "It's not fair." "Oh, for Ammon's sake," said Snarl. "I'll do it myself." He trudged off into the hall, grumbling. Gorblat paced around the kitchen, quietly fuming. "Stupid old codger," she said under her breath. She had just about had it with Snarl. Who paired them up in the first place? How was she supposed to advance her career if he wouldn't let her take chances? She looked up at the clock on the microwave. It once again read 3:54. She'd spent too long being mad about this, and they had other houses to get to before humans' morning alarms started going off 3 to 6 minutes early. She looked at the clock on the wall. The plano was wrong. She knew it in her gizzard. Her idea was better. Or even if it wasn't, it needed to be tried out. No, it deserved to be tried out. She pulled the clock down and reset it to the right time and then hung it back up. There was a soft pop behind her. Gorblat slowly turned to see a tall gremlin in a yellow suit with orange hair and purple glasses that clashed elegantly with her flaming red skin. She was standing amidst a puff of smoke. Gorblat's knees trembled. "Are you middle management?" The gremlin nodded. "That's right," she said. "I'm your corporate godmother, and we need to talk about what you just did." Gorblat's bowels were a ball of nerves. "You saw me?" The middle manager nodded. "Does your supervisor know?" Gorblat shook her head. "I can explain." You don't have to. I don't? No, said the manager. I like it. You do? Asked Gorblat. Of course you do. It's a good idea. I knew it. I knew it. I knew we could do better, and I just needed Snarl to give me the chance, but he wouldn't. The manager smiled and nodded. I think we may have to promote you for this. Gorblat's breath caught in her thorax. Really? She asked, her voice barely above a grunt. No, said the manager. Not really. She reached down and pulled the suit off over her head, taking the glasses and hair with it. The skin faded from red to greenish blue. The corporate godmother was no longer there. Instead, it was Snarl. He threw his head back and belched out a raspy laugh. Gorblat was furious. You, son of a seraph! Watch your language, he said, and keep your voice down. Oh, you should have seen the look on your face. Gorblat hung her head, defeated. It hurt, having her hopes raised up and dashed like that. She felt humiliated. Slowly, she reached up to the wall clock. Oh, leave it, said Snarl. Gorblat looked up. What? Leave it, Snarl repeated. You mean it? Sure. So you think it's a good idea? Oh, I think it's a lousy idea, said Snarl. But I'm proud of you. You are? Asked Gorblat. I mean, you're not upset that I went behind your back? Of course not, said Snarl. That's the job. And if you're willing to sabotage me like that, then you'll be great at sabotaging the humans. Gorblat could have hugged him. Stupid old codger, she said. Don't make me blush, you dumb kid. Now, about that grandfather clock. This was Petty Gremlins by Kurt Pankow. Kurt is a software developer in St. Louis, Missouri. Kurt has a weakness for stories about time travel. His flash fiction has previously appeared in Daily Science Fiction and has been produced for Wisconsin Public Radio. He tweets at Kurt Pankow. Check our show notes for links. Music is provided by Mads. Learn more about 600 Saga, our authors, how to submit your flash fiction, and how to support the podcast in the show notes. This has been Mariah Avix and 600 Saga.